Do you want to be a little bit more scent-free, but you're just not sure how to make that happen as a crossbow hunter? Well, maybe this video will help. I got a question from a friend of Bunjie asking, hey, you did this other video on scent-free about 6 years ago. Has anything changed with regard to your scent-free regimen, your scent-free routine? Have you changed anything? Now, I wrote about this in my book, The Death by Bunjie Crossbow Method. To me, there's really no reason why you have to choose between playing the wind and scent-free. I don't understand that at all. Why on earth would you not do both? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. So I do urge you to go back and watch that video. I'm going to put a link in the description. There's probably a little thing up here on the screen, so you can click on it and go watch that video when you're done with this one. I rewatched that video, and it really stood the test of time. Most of the products in there I still use. I still use them the same way. I haven't really changed my scent-free regimen all that much. A couple of things, though, are different. Friend of Bunjie, Eric Barnes from Dual Threat Outdoors, did a video for us also right here on Death by Bunjie. He did that for us during Crossbow Appreciation Month a couple of years ago. And his video brought up some pretty interesting stuff. I want you to watch that video too. He's really, really good at this scent-free stuff. He had some really good ideas, and one of them in particular that I adopted into my own scent-free regimen this year. I'm only going to use scent-free products for the rest of the hunting season. When I'm done hunting, I'll go back to using the regular shampoos. When I'm done hunting, I will go back to using the regular deodorants and spraying cologne on and all that good stuff. I'm not going to do that until the hunting seasons are over. I try to stay as scent-free as possible. I noticed this year when I went to Maryland, the first night there, I'd taken a scent-free shower. I was sweating pretty good. It was hot. It was in the high 80s, while we're hunting there in that early crossbow season. The deer could smell me. They could smell me. They knew that something was going on. And you can see the deer reacting to that. Even though I had taken a scent-free shower, the deer were able to smell me. The next morning I went in, another scent-free shower later, and those same deer, the same level of sweating, there's no doubt I was sweating, right? But I was 2 scent-free showers into it, and that made the difference. The big difference was I was sweating clean sweat. Right? I didn't have all the perfumes still in my pores, and so when I was sweating, the sweat was just a cleaner sweat. It was just water. That bacteria also wasn't there, because I think these scent-free products actually do a better job of defeating bacteria than the typical stuff that we use. The stuff we use every day is meant to smell nice. It's more of a cover scent, if you want to think of it that way. I really believe that if you take a scent-free shower with some of these scent-free products, you just don't you don't smell as bad, right? It changes the way your body smells. It defeats that bacteria as that bacteria is created. Like, it just doesn't give the bacteria as much of a chance to get a good foothold on you, So it makes you smell better. It makes you smell like nothing, more like nothing than the perfumey stuff that we normally use. Like I said, that's just one observation from this year. So I'm going to be pretty committed. I haven't used my regular, Head and Shoulders and the other stuff, whatever it is, the dial soap. I haven't used that stuff since I started hunting this season, since that time. So I think that's an important observation. It's one that Eric Barnes talks about in that second video. So you're going to want to go watch these 2 videos. Eric and I went back and forth on this. How do you shave, right? How do you shave? Because, then nothing's more perfumey and stays in your pores more than shaving cream. I just shave with that body wash. I take that same body wash, put it in there, lather it up on my hands, good, smear it on the best I can. It's not the closest shave I've ever had, that's for sure, but it's good enough for my purposes. A couple other things that have changed with regard to my scent-free regimen over the past couple of years. One of them is a pretty big one, and that is the addition of the Scent Crusher. So this is the Scent Crusher. You can see I travel with this guy, and you can see it's been abused a little bit. I've got some packing tape on there just to keep the lid from breaking and all that stuff. You basically put your goodies in there, run a cycle by pushing those buttons, getting it going. I actually have clothes in there right now. I can show you. We just unhook these little dudes, and that's what it looks like on the inside. There's a hose that comes in. I just make sure that's on top so it can spread the ozone around. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so clean. But everything I'm going to wear, I throw in there. That is a great tool to have for traveling, all that good stuff. Along the lines of this Ozonics stuff, the ozone stuff, the ozone generators, I also use an Ozonics generator that mounts in the blind. I do like to use that in a blind. It's easy to set up. It's not like you got to fix it into the tree or figure out how to mount it in a tree or whatever. It's great in a tree stand too. I really think it's more important in a blind setting, however, because you're right at ground level. You're right at nose level with the deer. It does make a little bit of noise, but where I hunt, you know, in the Kingdom of Bunjie, we have a compressor station nearby that makes a whole bunch of noise. So it's really about the same sound frequency. It really doesn't affect the deer. They can't hear it. The last thing that I'm going to tell you about that I have changed with regard to my scent-free regimen, that has been probably the biggest change, and this is also courtesy of Friend of Bunjie, Eric Barnes. I thank you for that. The last thing that I've added is ScentLok. That's right. I bought a ScentLok outfit. I have the jacket, the pants, and I've got the mask, a ScentLok mask. The gloves simply don't fit my big hands, but other than that, I am pretty much decked out and covered in ScentLok carbon-infused clothing when I'm hunting. Now, this stuff's a little bit warm to my tastes for that early crossbow season, but once we hit October here in Pennsylvania, I can tell you, you can see from behind me, we're right in the middle of October. Yeah, I'm not too bashful about wearing a jacket this time of year, if you know what I'm saying. Various brands. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not telling you to, you know, I got to buy this stuff like everybody else. I'm not telling you to buy ScentLok brand, but they're one of the premier brands of this stuff, I think. But the idea behind it is carbon-infused clothing, right? There's carbon in the clothing, so it traps these odor molecules. You don't wash it as much. That's one big advantage, right? I washed it when I got it. Keep it clean. You only wash it when it gets bloody or muddy, or you get gasoline on it or something like that. You're going to want to wash it in those circumstances. But other than that, I just run it through an ozone cycle, and it kind of reactivates that carbon. And this stuff, the carbon-based stuff, doesn't even smell like ozone when you take it out in the field. It smells like absolutely nothing. This stuff, when you put this on, right, that's going to smell like ozone for a period of time. But the ScentLok stuff just absorbs odor. It's just incredible. Or you can run it through the dryer, right, at high heat for a period of time. There's instructions that come with it. But if you do that, it kind of reactivates the carbon. I'm not washing it all the time. The camo pattern doesn't get faded. It stays real nice. The carbon traps these molecules from inside, right? So what's going to happen is your body sweat, even the odors from your clothes, should get trapped inside this clothing and held, contained within the suit. My first experiment with this ScentLok stuff was my bear hunt in Maine last year. I went to Maine, and I swear I had bears behind me that could smell me. They were doing the stomping, and I could hear them clacking their teeth and all that stuff, trying to get me to show myself, and I was sitting in a blind. And came back the following year, whole different tree stand setups, the whole bit. But the bear that I shot, that is in our trophy room right now, I'm in a 60-yard backyard, the trophy room's right up there. But the bear that I shot, that I took home, that Genevieve mounted, that bear did not smell me at all. Bears can smell, right? Bears, if you think a deer can smell, bears can smell even better. For me to be able to sit in the presence of that bear and get that shot opportunity without that bear smelling me, it convinced me. I'm a big smelly guy with a lot of surface area, right? I got a lot of square inches to spread that odor. I really have faith in this stuff, okay? When I'm wearing this stuff, I don't get picked off. I don't have deer lifting their noses trying to smell me and all that stuff at all. Deer can see me, right? I get picked off for that, for movement and everything else. But I think the odor goes out the window. I think it's a non-issue. I honestly believe that. If you take a scent-free shower, wash your clothes in scent-free detergents, do all the stuff in these other videos, and then put this stuff on, pretty much, I don't think they're going to smell you. I really believe that. Do that in combination with play in the wind, man, you really got something, right? You've got great advantages over the animals that we're hunting. And that's kind of what we want, right? Why would you give up your advantages? In fact, I wrote about this in my book, The Death by Bunjie Crossbow Method. We don't give up our advantages. No, don't give up your advantages. They even make one of these outfits. I have one of the jackets on order for a blind. It's black, blind camo, right? So I'll be able to wear that in a blind and keep my scent down. I hope that helps you stay scent-free this crossbow season. I hope you get out there and shoot a big buck or just enjoy your crossbow season to its fullest potential. Good luck out there, and until next time, all hail Bunjie!